In this video, we will look at capacity definition and channel assignment. To plan for capacity, we first need to set up our capacity requirements. Go to Project Properties, then select Capacity Requirements for our building. We can assume 100 users, and for floor 1, I'll choose an office type of usage profile. We can then choose to split the traffic between Wi-Fi and cellular. We can suppose that not everyone will use the Wi-Fi network. Let's suppose that only 90% of users have phones and different devices connected to Wi-Fi, and other devices using cellular services. Next step would be to determine the market share. Here we can define the split between 2.4 GHz and 5 GHz. Let's assume that most of the clients will be using 2.4 GHz network, and only 30% will use the 5 GHz network. Now that we're finished with the general requirements, we can click on OK and analyze the layout plan to see if there are any areas where we need to focus our attention to cover special needs. In order to improve the layout usability, I'm going to hide some labels. Go in the Layers panel, go to Parts, and hide the Parts ID. By doing this, the layout plan will be easier to analyze. We can see that we have at least 2 conference rooms, one here and another one over here. Let's assume that these 2 conference rooms will have to host up to 15 users. So I'm going to click on the polygon icon in the Markup tab to define this conference room. I'll do the same on the other conference room. Let's zoom in and make it more precise. Now, with the 2 polygons, I'm going to define special capacity zones. I'm going to right-click and in the Area Definition menu, select Set as Capacity Zone. The pop-up window shows the properties of this capacity zone. Let's call it a conference room and select a type of usage profile. We have used Office as the usage profile for the entire floor, and now we will select Conference Room for this zone, and we'll set up 15 clients here, and everything will be on Wi-Fi. So I'll select 100% Wi-Fi. I'll apply a similar method for the other conference room. Area Definition, Capacity Zone. And this will be, let's call it Boardroom, and select Conference Room for usage profile. Then I'll assume 15 users, and 100% of them will be on the Wi-Fi network. Now we're ready to run the capacity output map. We will run first on the 2.4 GHz network, and then 5 GHz. And I'm going to display the 2.4 GHz results. Now let's analyze the output map. As you can see, this area is in dark red. According to the legend, we have failure due to equipment. I have enabled the probe so we can see more details on the layout plan. And you can see the equipment limit for this access point is 32 clients, while I have to support more than 43. For example, we can take this one because it's closer to the boardroom, and the boardroom has special requirements for capacity. So I'm going to double-click on the access point, and then go to Sources, and enable 2.4 GHz. Now I'll rerun the capacity map. And as you can see, there is a different shade of red on the output map. This indicates failure in the air interface. At this point, if we enable the probe, we can see that the airtime utilization is exceeding the airtime limit. We can consider this behavior as normal because up until this point, we did not change the channel assignment. As you can see, for both the 2.4 and 5 GHz system, all the access points are sharing the same channel. In order to change the channel assignment, I'm going to go into the Network Design tab, select Wi-Fi channel assignment, and I'm going to start by doing this for the 2.4 GHz network. Click Run, and you can see the new channels are 1, 6, and 11. The 5 GHz system has not been touched yet. We will do it later when we analyze the capacity of the 5 GHz system. Let me apply it and close. And now I can see that for the 2.4 GHz system, we are using different channel numbers. I'm going to run the capacity map again. And now I have to select the channel 6 and 11, and you can see that I'm yielding a passing result all over the map. Next, we are going to analyze the 5 GHz capacity, so I'm going to display it, and we see a similar behavior as in the case of the 2.4 GHz. We are going to apply the same method to redo the channel assignment for the 5 GHz system this time. And rerun the map. And again, we have to select the new channels. Now we can see that the requirements are being fulfilled.